Hello again, everyone. Level Haws. As I promised, I am actually going to be updating based on the fact that I have just had physical therapy and occupational therapy. In fact, I still have the sticker on me that happens to have shown that I did the COVID screening with nothing showing. Well, the physical therapy, they basically have issued a handful of exercises that is going to help it so that way help me maintain my balance. They've actually noticed that most of the sensations are still there. It's just some of the ones that are smaller that are necessary to maintain a relatively constant and stable balance is not available, so that's the purpose of those exercises there. When it came to the occupational therapy, they actually noticed that a couple things of note. First, that there are phantom sensations throughout my hands where they actually, let me use my handy dandy pen to illustrate here. I basically did little poke tests like this. And when they poked my hand, I actually had phantom sensations in both index fingers, meaning that even though they weren't poking them, it still felt like they were. And on top of that, they noticed that this hand had a little bit less sensation than this one, so left hand worse than right. Although the occupational therapist did give me some news to of note that is optimistic. And this is anecdotal evidence at this point, but she did notice that people who maintain mental clarity and sharpness actually tend to recover from these things better. And agree with me or disagree with me, you have to agree that my other YouTube videos have included a great deal of thought behind them. So that does give a reason for optimism on that front. Well, with that being said, I do have two additional appointments with the physical therapy and occupational therapist. Although I am going to have to adjust another one. The There's going to be two next week. The one that's going to have to be adjusted is so that way I have to do them in the morning, so that way I can have the afternoon to do some things that I've got to do at the VA in Salem. So that the 8th will be the morning in Lexington, and the afternoon and evening will be in Salem. So if I don't have a video recorded by that point, there probably won't be an upload that for that particular day. But I will be endeavoring to make sure that it does happen. I do have a few other days where I can actually do some recordings ahead of time and preferably have a few ready to rock and roll. Now, the other one is a couple days earlier, is the 6th. I have no schedule conflicts on that one. So I should be able to do physical therapy and occupational therapy going forward. Now, that'll be basically more exercises that'll be issued by the physical therapist and some more therapies that I'll be doing one-on-one with the occupational therapist. She has not issued, the occupational therapist did not issue any additional exercises outside of the initial diagnostic tests. However, I do think that will likely change. Or at the very least, she'll suggest something I could do. For example, put together a puzzle for that would be good for occupational therapy, as well as mental sharpness. And the physical therapist was happy in the fact that I have been going up and down a set of stairs with rails, so that way I can affect the balance myself, try and get a head start on the physical therapy. And the occupational therapist was very happy that I have been writing in preparation to try and do better with the occupational therapy, which probably explains why my left hand is not as good as my right, because I am right-handed. Well, there was an awful lot of information that I crammed into rather quickly, but, well, at the moment it seems to be in the hands of physical therapy, occupational therapy, and what my body can do to actually adapt to this situation and try and recover from it. And I will be having additional appointments, like I said, in the with the VA, with a dietitian, and with a veterans benefits guide, because I understand there's something that OIF veterans need. So this will be a little memo to any of the OIF veterans who are seeing this on YouTube. Check it out for yourself. See what Mr. BB and Building Aid at Salem VA has to say. I will highly recommend you do that. And at the same time, he does take walk-in appointments. So even if you don't have a chance to actually call ahead, you can just go ahead and walk right in if you have the time. Yeah, I'll be seeing him myself. I scheduled an appointment for the 8th. And then I've also got a follow-up appointment with a neurologist in early May, and I do have an eye appointment through the VA to do basically a dilated eye exam, so that way they can verify that everything that they think they know so far is that there's no nerve damage that is obvious in my eyes, for example. And that's best done with the dilated eye exam. So, at this point, the neurologist still stands by his small fiber neuropathy, and if they can't see anything on the eye exam, he'll definitely be standing with that diagnosis. And, well, that being said, that's the best answers I can give for you at the moment. That's the best update that I can do. I'm going to be sharing this with family. I'm going to be putting it on YouTube for anybody who actually cares to hear about these updates, why I've actually resumed making YouTube videos after years of stepping away from it. And well, just an update along the road. And I hope this video finds everybody well. Better than I am, I hope. And I will bid you all a good day.